Labels are used to display text that cannot be edited by the user. They are used to identify objects on a form. They are also used to provide a description of what another object is or does. The text displayed on a label control can be changed via code. There's a number of properties used in the label control. The common ones are name, auto size, border style, font, location, size, text, text align, and visible. Many others, but these are the common ones used when you actually work with the label control. The default event. Normally there isn't a default event in the label control. You simply look at them. They're there for design purposes. The click event, however, is the default, so you can actually create a click event with the label control. Let's take a look. You get the label by grabbing it from the side from your toolbox over here, and I'll just double click on the label right here and brings it to the front so you can actually see it. Now, this label control can be changed. For number one, we can give it a name and code. And I'll give that thing a name and code by saying label LBL something. Just give it a name like that. That gives it a name in code. Now I can refer to this label in code. Another thing I can do is I can do the auto size property. Right now, if I happen to fill it with some data, it's going to automatically get as big as I like. I'll just put a bunch of characters in here, and you can see I got a bunch of characters, and it gets just as big as you like in here. However, you can set the auto size property to false. This allows you, the programmer, to actually grab it and change it as you like. You can make it as big as you like, as small as you like, or whatever, and make that change. Well, you can also give it a border style, which is none, fixed single, which gives it a line around it, and fixed 3D, which kind of gives it this chisel look, like it's in stone. You can obviously change the fonts in these things. Let's put something decent inside the text property. And we can change this now. We're in the chisel look right now. But we can go ahead and change that label control to our font by changing it to bold. It gives it a dark look, and I can change the font size if I like. 12, and now it's much larger. I can also change any of the fonts that I would like. And we'll grab this one right over here and pop it in there. And now we've got some strange looking font in the use here. The size property, or the location property, is an X and Y character right on the side over here. You can see, okay, if I expand the location, you'll see that X and Y properties are there. It's at 208.141. I can move this like this, or I can actually change the number here and make it 120 and set it that way for where it'll actually move the property. Let's make it 200. You see it actually move. The size property, which is just below this, refers to the width and the height of the actual label. If I shrink it down, it's going to have a height of 28. If I make it larger, I can make it up to 152. I can make it 200 if I like, and I can do it in both ways, just like that. And I can shrink it down to make the width 100. And there it is, like that. The text alignment property, I'm going to go ahead and shrink this thing down right now, because right now you're seeing the text align right in the left part of the, I should say hello, not hell there. The text alignment property is sitting at top left. If I change that, I like it to be in the middle here, so I usually set it right there in the middle of my property, so then I can, no matter where I change it, my text is sitting there centered in the label itself. There is a visible property. It is defaulted to true. It's on. You can set it to false, and then when you run the program, your label will not show up, and that's really the extent of it. You can code this in code. Right now we have nothing out in the coding area. If I can go to my form right here, and we can actually see that I've got nothing in my code window. However, if I go to this thing and actually double click on it, I will create an event, which is the LBL something click event. I'll simply set up a message box right now. Messagebox.show, and I'll say hello there. And now if I run this program, do a start, and there's our hello there. If I click on it once, the click event actually works, so hello there pops up. So you can set up a click event for the label. But that's essentially all you need to know to use a label control on your forms.